Hi, I'm Chris McKinnell, and this is the Warren Files. Welcome to beautiful Costa Rica. It turns out Costa Rica is a pretty haunted place, and I'm going to tell you about some of the adventures that we've had. It has been an extraordinary journey here. I've been here 10 weeks, and the people are the greatest people I've met. The biodiversity in this country is extraordinary, and I would recommend this place to anyone. As a matter of fact, I'm hoping this will become my home. But 2 nights ago, I was lucky enough to go with an amazing team from Mexico, as well as our local team here in Costa Rica. And we went to an abandoned house. Now, this is not something I normally do. It's not something I would recommend for anyone. It's a dangerous idea. Um, one of our rules is if you're not there to help someone, you shouldn't be there. Having said that, I went there because there was someone to help. I didn't know that at the time. As a matter of fact, when I went there, I had no idea what I was getting into. I was going along because I was a friend. And they brought me to this broken down concrete building. I had no idea what was there. And as we walked down the steps, I felt this choking right here. I was like, why am I feeling that? That's really weird. I wasn't expecting much. And then we got underneath the house, um, and there was a spirit there. Yeah, absolutely. It was a man. He was middle aged, as far as I could tell. And obviously, he had killed himself. Turns out, he had hung himself right where I felt him. It's a pretty tragic story. Uh, he was very lonely. He had two dogs, and he thought it was a good idea to kill them before he killed himself so they wouldn't suffer. He was trying to avoid me at first, and he kept walking over to this other woman. He kept pacing in that area. And he was telling me that he was perfectly happy. He didn't want to leave. Um, but it didn't seem like he was telling the truth. As I walked back up the stairs, the woman that he had been following had joined me. And we were confirming to one another what we were feeling. As a matter of fact, we also had some equipment there, which you can see on the video um, that we've got. It's on our Facebook page. That there was confirmation that there was something right there where we were. And I felt that this guy was from the United States. It turns out, yeah, he was. I thought his name was Paul. Turns out it was Phil or Philippe. So I got the P and the L right. And after about an hour of talking to him, I was able to get through, and I realized that he was afraid. He was afraid to go. He was afraid because he'd killed himself, and he wasn't sure where he was going. And I called on my grandmother, and I called on Padre Pio, and I said, look, if you do come here, Graham, if you do come here, Padre Pio, please, let us smell lavender or roses. Let me know you're here. And the woman right next to me, she didn't know I was asking these things. And she said, I smell roses. I said, good. And for just a brief second, like 3 or 4 times, I smelled them as well. And I knew that things were going to be okay. The man did go. He did pass over. Now, there will still be some residual energy there because on the steps, that's not where the man had been. Where I felt that choking feeling, that was residual energy, a residual haunting. That means an impression left in the place, on the stone, and not an actual human spirit. So there was a good reason to have gone there. We also visited Sanatorio Duran. That's a sanitarium. Originally had been for tuberculosis patients and then turned into a psychiatric institution. And I am preparing a video for you on that with video that we captured there. It was an extraordinary experience. My grandparents were both involved in that one with me, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you soon. This was supposed to be a live video. YouTube didn't want to cooperate with that, so I had to pre-record it for you. I will answer all of your questions. If you have anything, just leave a